Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
All media platforms are engaged.
Copy.
Get ready to launch your show or product. Periscope ready. We're 5x5 ready to launch. Copy that. Trend worldwide across all major platforms.
Ignition. 3, 2, 1.
The world is waiting. Watkins Broadcasting. More than just TV.
To be able to meet people from different countries enriches our lives.
Wayne County gave me so much, my degree, who I am.
The college supports you to grow.
They have the different campuses. I'm like, I can try this. Makrit Shunga, Ethiopia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh. Go to Wayne County, they will find your path and you will know what to do next.
You can have your own party on TV. Party with RJ Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the RJ Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party.
They argued on the play. He said, no, that's mine. So they sharing it. Thank you.
Once again, and every week. Bon appetit. Good as hell, man.
Cause support right there, brother Lee.
To the bone, it was good. Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Good to the bone.
That's a good thing.
Come on, get the chicken.
That's it. Yeah, come get the chicken.
This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy Jones. I want to invite you to listen, to watch, and to participate every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's right, from 9 to 10 a.m. That's the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Dr. Talk. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's Talk Beat Jones. Remember, tell your friends. Talk Beat Jones, we're now on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m.
This program is brought to you by Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn attacks and reduces belly fat. Get yours today. 313-868-6612.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is RJ Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Well, we're moving on now. To the side. It will be lots of partners in the sky.
Come Come check out the new Sisters Braid 2 hair braiding and natural hair care salon located at 18070 Mount Elliott Street. Our new salon is spacious with adequate parking, Wi-Fi, and all brand new state-of-the-art salon equipment. Come meet your local hair braiders and natural hair care specialists and check out our many hair care services such as hair treatments, box braids, cornrows, tree braids, Havana twists, children's braids, natural twists, lock extensions, kinky twists, goddess locks, updos, full weaves, and more. Please feel free to visit us on the web at www.sistersbraid2.com or call 313-826-0498. Here at Sisters Braid 2, we offer exceptional care for exceptional hair. We look forward to seeing you. Sisters Braid 2 is a proud recipient of the Unity and Rebuilding Fund.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and diversity is being able to be in let's see, he is in Oakland, California, and I'm in Detroit, Michigan. And so we're just kind of comparing what is happening in the Oakland Bay area to what is happening in the Detroit, Michigan area. However, we want to wish you still a wonderful day, a great time to be with the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, of course, and watching us over the Comcast Cable Channel 90, also over the Roku, Amazon, Apple, Electra, Fire Stick. How about that? And of course, over your telephone app, TV33 app, you're able to watch us from anywhere around the world. And of course, you're able to watch us locally on the TV 152. 152 is the app to go to on your, not app, but on your antenna television. That's right, old school antenna. You can watch us 152 24 hours a day. And it's a wonderful, wonderful time to be with WHPS because of the expansion. And of course, you're watching the different lineup changes that's coming on, making the programming much greater, much stronger, much more entertaining. And don't forget to go to that R.J. Watkins watch party so that, again, it is archived so that you're able to go back and watch the programs that you may have really enjoyed, or the programs that you may have thought that you could have enjoyed if you've been able to watch them, but because of the circumstances, you missed the show. But you can go to RJ Watch Party and pick it up and have an opportunity to watch it with you. Maybe you want to have a watch party with your friends and your family and talk about the shows that you are looking at. Don't forget, you can call us right now if you choose to, because our numbers go around the world for you to call us all around the world, and that's what we want you to do. Call us from 313 That's right. Area code is 313-868-0342. That's 313-868-0342. We have 3 telephone numbers, and of course those numbers will roll over, so that don't worry if you thought you called that number and it was busy. Don't worry, because as soon as that line is free, that means we've got 3 people on the lines. But if you hold up, as soon as you hear me get rid of one person, when I say get rid of, that person has gotten rid of all the things that's on their mind, all of the questions that they may have had, all the statements that they wanted to have the world to hear. And at that point, you can join in and share what's on your mind, or questions, or potentially when we have our guest here, and we will have guests, that you can question the guests or comment on what you feel the guest needs to hear on the Billy Jones Talk Beat Jones show. Well, we're watching the situations as they are developing. My question to you, family, is impeachment. Impeachment. If you had to go to the library, or if you had to go to Google, or you had to go old school dictionary, what would impeachment mean? And what would be the penalty for being impeached? And then you ask your question. Ask yourself a question, or ask the world a question. Once you understand when they say we are putting together charges for impeachment, when all of that's said and done, can someone please help me understand what is going to happen for the person that is impeached? Can someone please tell us, with all the things that's going on and the people are hollering about impeaching, what else is going on while we are being consistently divided for this word called impeachment, or this power called impeachment? And what will it do besides put a blimp on someone's legacy? I said a blimp because it just rises up over time, that's all. But again, I want to thank you and begin to talk to you about what's important to you. What is important to you, family? That's the question. The question is, what's on your mind? You've got things happening right here in Detroit. We want to talk about Detroit at this particular time, and tell me what's on your mind. Give it to me. You sit there, you say, well, I don't want to talk this morning. I just want to listen. But Billy E. Jones, we started off today, and we're saying, am I wanting to talk, or do I want to hear folk talk? And today is one of those days, family, that I would really like to hear what you have to say, what directions that you want to go before we start getting those other calls that will tell you about what's going on in their landscape. And so I know it's early, and I know that it's cold. I know it's cold, and if you like me, you like a bear. All you want to do is cuddle up and just be there. Just be there. I don't want to be bothered. No, it's cold. I just want to cuddle up and just think. At this point, we are not even where we are going to be in terms of the coldness. But that's the beauty of Detroit, Michigan. That's the beauty. You get a chance to feel it all. The too hotness, the too coldness, the too windiness. Oh, the just feeling bad days. But the thing is, you love it. You love it because you are like me. You love the 4 seasons that you receive in Detroit, and I love it. I don't care how bad it gets. It's a change. And if you like where I basically was from back in the day, the weather was basically most times always good. And, typically if you get something that's always good too often, too frequently, sometimes you say, okay. Did I say something there? Did I say something there? Yeah, I did. Sometimes people get a little bothered if everything is going perfect, everything is going lovingly all the time, people are just happy all the time, and you want something different. Is that what they call you, a bad girl or a bad boy? Because you want to shape things up a little, shake it up a little bit? Well, is the weather pattern kind of like you want to be a bad weather pattern? That happens. But going back to where we are today, they just recently had an election in Highland Park. Just recently had an election in Highland Park. And the mayor was able to retain his seat. And also, there is some changes or some additions to the charter to Highland Park that it will be made. And if you have a thought about those changes or the election that was previously just held in Highland Park and you want to comment on that, again, the number is 313. That's okay, Jim. 868-0342. I got this. I got the numbers recognized now because all we've got to do is have you call. And once you call, we will start to talk on the Talk Beat Jones. I know it was a little different in the beginning. I know some of you said, well, is he there? Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I got it. Yes, I got it. You saying he wasn't here. I was here. I just had to get my garage door up. But it's all good now. Sometimes you fall off. But like my mother said, we fall down, but we get up. And that's what we're doing right now. We're getting up to make it real good for you. Again, family, we are expecting some wonderful folk here with me today. That's why I'm not trying to get into a lot of subject matter. I just want to give you the opportunity for those persons who have watched the program early, live, because again, we are on live Monday, I'm on live with the hair doctor from 8 to 9 a.m. So that's the hair doctor show from 8 to 9 a.m. on Mondays. The Billy Jones Talk Beat Jones show, we're on live on Sunday from 8:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. early on a Sunday, and we make it live. And we get calls from all over. And many times I've heard folks locally say, well, Billy, you got folks calling from all over, but locally it's difficult for us to get in. I don't know if that's really true because I believe I've been saying to you that are here, the opportunity to get in, the opportunity to express yourself, it's here. It's here. It's now. It's now. So that is the purpose. That's the reason. That's the rationale as to why when we have folks calling, we're not rushing them off the line because we give everyone an opportunity to make that call and be that person, to be that correspondent, to be that information person, to talk about what's going on in their world compared to what's going on in their community, compared to what's going on in the world. Those are the opportunities that we give to you. And again, it is that if you want to talk, and as I've met many, many, many folks, I mean, the process now has gotten to be the point where everywhere I'm going, I am being stopped by folks who are recognizing this program on this station and putting it together. And when we talk in person in the various locations, the stores, the different places, including even walking down the street, and I'm asking a question, family. I'm asking you the question. How do you call in? Have you had thoughts that you want to express over the airways? And my conversation that I've received is that no, I don't call in. I just like to listen. I like to hear what you're saying. And family, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing, is to be in a position to be able to say, wow, I've got thousands of people listening and they're interested in hearing what I have to say and what my guests and what my other callers have to say. And they feel so supremely satisfied that they don't feel they have to call. It's entertaining. And that's the whole particular thing about a talk show that's live. You have to be entertaining. You have to find the niche that people want to hear. You have to find that niche that make people have that scratch and say, ooh, I didn't know that. You mean they didn't know that and I knew it? You see, it's a cross-check of your intellect. It's a cross-check of your things that's interesting to you. That's what it's about. That's the whole process of putting together a talk format, a talk show. It's to be entertaining, whether folks want to call or folks just want to listen. Now, I can go into the Charter Commission. I can go into the Police Commission. I can go into what's happening with the mayor's situation. I can go into what's happening with the council folks. But do you want to hear about what's going on with number 45? Or do you want to hear what's going on with your congresswoman? Or do you want to hear what's going on with your mayor? And the question I want to ask you this. We have a congresswoman that everyone is hearing from in one form or another, but do you realize that you have another congressman that you hear nothing about? May hear him on social media, but what is he doing? What is he doing? In fact, how many of you out there know who is the new congressman that's representing you out here in Highland Park? Do you know? Or do you give him a pass because he's a nice guy? Do you know who he is? Do you question anything that he is doing? Do you bring it to the public? Are you satisfied with the way that this person operates his office as a congressperson? Do you? Or do you care? Or is it just certain people? Is it just certain people in political office that you care to chippy at? And I mean, when I say chippy, I mean to have that conversation back and forth. That you want to have a conversation and tell them what you think in a public setting. Is that something that you just choose not to do? Or is it you say, well, this person, I'm going to give a pass. I believe in what they're doing, even though they may do something that I don't know why they did it, but I trust them. So we'll give them a pass. Is that how we're operating in the political scene here? Do you just have favorites? Why? What are they doing? What have they done for you lately, if anything? Is it anyone making you feel itchy that you want to get up and talk about the fact that you're going to vote? How many of you believe in the voting process as it is structured now in terms of looking at what's going on in our country, in our world? Is it because we choose to be picky with our votes? Is it because we choose not to vote because we feel our votes don't count? Or do we feel that maybe I may vote next time because I'm not excited about the issues or about the personnel that's running for an office? You see, you have to be willing to find that's going to help your children, that's going to help your grandchildren, that's going to help your living mother and father. Because again, that you do today can affect us tomorrow. And yet, we still have to do the things that's going to be best for our family, best for our friends, and more importantly, and I say this because as the word selfish means, you take care of yourself. And it's just like going on an airline. If something happens and the air drops down, what they tell you, put the air mask on you before you put it on your baby, before you put it on your mother, before you put it on your father. You put it on you first. And people say, oh, they were so selfish, they put the air mask on themselves first. If you don't take care of yourself, definitely you can't take care of anyone else. So if you're trying to struggle to put on an air mask on your baby or your significant other or whatever, and you pass out from lack of oxygen, now who's going to help them folks, those folks, and who's going to help you? So again, when you're looking at life, knowing that you have to help yourself first and be that person, therefore then you can take care of others. We're going to prepare to take that little time out, that little yawn time, but remember, this is the Billy Jones, Talk B. Jones Show. Remember, we come on Mondays, every Monday from, excuse me, I'm stuck with the Hair Doctor Show from 8 to 9 on Monday because I want to remember to say that. But the Billy Jones Talk B Show, we're on every Sunday from 8:30 until 10. Make sure you tell your friend, that's AM, and tell your friends. They can watch us on the R.J. Watkins Watch Party. They can watch us over the cable channel 90. They can watch us, of course, 24 hours a day on that 152. It's time to take a yawn. What do you think? And come on back and start calling. Let's talk on the Talk B. Jones with Billy Jones. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones. And
You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the R.J. Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party.
They arguing on the play. He said, no, that's mine. So they sharing it. Thank you.
Once again, and every week. Bon appetit. Good as hell, man.
Cause support right there, brother Lee.
To the bone, it was good. Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Good to the bone.
That's a good thing.
Come on, get your chicken.
That's it. Yeah, come get your chicken.
This is the Talk B. Jones, and I am Billy Jones. I want to invite you to listen, to watch, and to participate every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's right, from 9 to 10 a.m. That's the Talk B. Jones, and I am Dr. Talk. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's Talk B. Jones. Remember, tell your friends. Talk B. Jones, we're now on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m.
This program is brought to you by Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn attacks and reduces belly fat. Get yours today. 313-868-6612.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Well, we're moving on now. To the east side. It will be lots of partners in the sky.
Come check out the new Sisters Braid 2 hair braiding and natural hair care salon located at 18070 Mount Elliott Street. Our new salon is spacious with adequate parking, Wi-Fi, and all brand new state-of-the-art salon equipment. Come meet your local hair braiders and natural hair care specialists and check out our many hair care services such as hair treatments, box braids, cornrows, tree braids, Havana twists, children's braids, natural twists, lock extensions, kinky twists, goddess locks, updos, full weaves, and more. Please feel free to visit us on the web at www.sistersbraid2.com or call 313-826-0498. Here at Sisters Braid 2, we offer exceptional care for exceptional hair. We look forward to seeing you. Sisters Braid 2 is a proud recipient of the Unity and Rebuilding Fund.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and Welcome to the Talk Beat Jones show. Again, I am Billy E. Jones, and we want you to enjoy and be with us today. And prepare yourself to call in. That number again is 313-868-0342. Once again, the number to call in and join us is 313-868-0342. And again, tell your friends they can watch us on that R.J. Watkins Watch Party. Cable channel 90 that goes on from 7 a.m. until 12, Monday through Sundays. And, of course, the 152, that's through the local area, the antenna, Roku, Amazon, Apple, Fire Stick, and that wonderful TV telephone app, okay? And there's others. Call if you'll hold on. I'll be with you shortly. Who's calling, please?
Theo Broughton.
Whom?
Theo.
Oh,
Broughton.
Theo. Okay, hold on, please. And this morning, I want to quickly bring on my guest this morning, family. So this is the young lady, and her name is Miss, well, let's see. How about Michelle Broughton? How you doing, Michelle?
Good morning, family. I'm doing well.
Great to see you. Great to see you. You look
Great to
bright
be
and cheery
here.
this morning.
Yes.
The cold weather don't seem to bother you.
Not us warm-blooded people, no.
Nah, my blood was warm, but I tell you what, my body was cold. But I love that. I mean, I'm like a bear. I like for it to be cold. I like to cuddle up. Most time I'm cuddling by myself with my pillow, but you know, sometimes you get selfish that way too. You know? Give me my pillow. Theo, do you like the cold weather?
Do I like the cold weather?
Yes. No?
No.
Okay, that's the question. I'll bring you back. Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Broughton, tell us, what's on your mind today?
Well, today I'd like to pay honor to its Veterans Day on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a few of those in my family. I have military men in my family. My grandfather was a vet. He was in World War II. He was at Pearl Harbor when they blew it up.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for all of those that gave everything they had for us to enjoy the freedoms that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a parade today in honor of the veterans.
And they say that God was looking out because it says nice weather, the wind is not blowing.
Yes.
It's of course, this time of the year in Detroit, but though they say the weather's nice out there for the parade.
Right, it is.
And while you're doing that, I want to say a salute to my father and my uncle, who also served in the military. I came up during that time when I played football and hurt my knee, so they wouldn't take me in the draft.
Oh, okay.
So I missed out. Yeah. And I say that in that when you watched the veterans come home from, we're talking about the Vietnam War, and watched how they were treated, it was an atrocity upon America, how our vets from Vietnam was treated.
And that's a shame because they went because they were told to go.
That's right.
They were ordered to go.
There is light. I use that, what is that called? Anyway, that bleaching cream. Thank you, Mr. Tyler.
No longer in the dark.
No longer in the dark. But anyway, this is on you now. Tell us, again, I don't know how to salute properly because I didn't serve and I won't fake it. I just put my hand up and do like I'm supposed to fake it. But you know what I'm doing, veterans? We love you.
Yes,
we respect you.
Yes.
And you are why we're able to be the country that we are.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Miss Theo?
Yes.
What is it that you want to say to your veterans?
Well, I want to say thank God that they are those who are back home, are safe now. I appreciate all that they did. I know that many of them went because they were drafted.
Yes.
But
yes.
they were still proud. And they brought that pride back home with them. And they gave good example. And today we need to know that tomorrow has been set aside to show honor to them.
Okay, hold on, Theo. Now, Miss Broughton.
Yes.
The Michelle Broughton.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about things that you want us to know?
Yes, I can talk to you about things you want to know. We still are in the mode of getting people geared up and educated and willing to go out to vote because that's most important. We want people to pay attention to what City Council is doing. They want to put a millage on the ballot for you to vote for. You need to figure that out.
They're putting a what together?
A ballot initiative.
For
the destruction of homes, the demolition, and
that's
so
that $250 million situation.
Why should the taxpayers encumber that? They didn't. They need to do they did do a somewhat audit, right? So now that you know, they need to hold those people responsible.
But wait, it seems that when you say they held an audit and they need to hold those people accountable, there are millions of folks who may be watching from around the world. And we got literally a couple 100,000 folks watching us locally,
right?
Who don't know what audit you're speaking on and why should they be held accountable? The
audit, the mismanagement of money, homes being torn down, over budgeted, when the cost was less than what they reported. Those types of things. We have a state rep. They tore her house down without permission or vetting, or she said it was a livable home, and they just tore it down. So there are so many inconsistencies with what they're doing because the public, I need this house torn down, this is abandoned, blah, blah, blah. We understand that.
So they say on that audit that the program was poorly ran.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. They said it was poorly ran, and there was cost to tear the house down, but there's also an additional cost that was not being talked about.
Right.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you. Talk to me. This is the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy Jones, and I have my guest, Miss Michelle Broughton, and you are?
Sylvia, good morning.
And good Sylvia, morning. How are you viewing us today?
Good morning to both of you.
How are you viewing us, Sylvia?
I got my fire stick on.
Okay, got the fire stick. She got the fire stick. She got the fire stick, and it's working today. Now, when you got the Fire Stick, now what do? You just go down and they got listing of programs?
Yeah, you just asked it for WHPR, and it pops up on the screen, and I hit the channel to give it which one I want to watch. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't, like everything else, huh?
Now, let's not go there, okay? Because I think you was throwing a little swipe at us guys, okay? Now, come on.
You know, I'd like to give a shout out to the veterans as well. There's been some advertisement on the internet stating that they are allowed to have free pizza. I think it's Little Caesars advertisement for free pizzas for our vets. So anybody that knows, and if they're pizza lovers, they can go.
All right.
Oh, good.
All right. And that sounds like a little something, a little give back. We appreciate everything that the veterans can get.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know, I understand that there's where they're in some place where they're doing a makeover for some of the veterans for free. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you where at this point, but I saw that. So people are stepping out
helping. I believe there's some housings that they're going to make available and affordable as well. I just can't remember where I picked up the information from. So hopefully that is true, and they're going to get these homeless veterans out of the car.
Okay,
Right.
Hold on, Sue. Tell me, is there anything particular besides the census and voting and why we need to vote and what happens if we don't vote that you can talk on, Miss Michelle Broden?
Also, there's education we need to pay attention to. The new law that they're going to try and enforce are keeping third graders behind if they're not proficient in reading. So that's something to for every mom and dad and grandparents to pay attention to, because how the law is going to affect every household and every family.
I'm wondering, at what point do they say, okay, in the beginning of the school year, they say, well, we'll be in school for 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, and then we're going to take the test? Or how early is that test being given to the youngsters?
In March. And March is still too early because we're in school until June.
So what again?
In March.
Schools, they start school in when?
They start in September.
September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So almost 6 months.
Right.
At what point will they tell the parents of the students that their child is in trouble?
Now, they really didn't say, but I would be guessing that after the students take that proficiency test, and so it's March, probably about April, May, before the kid is out. We get out in June, late June.
Okay, but I mean, you know, if I'm a teacher, and I have my students reading, can I tell that student is struggling trying to read?
Yes, we can tell.
So if they can tell within a month or two of being in school, just reading, not taking no tests,
right,
but just reading in the book, the books, etc., that student there is having a problem.
Right.
So if that student is highlighted early on,
they can be helped, and then that's when the teachers need to be supported. The parents need to also help, like that's why they have homework, or when we have after-school enrichment programs, the children should stay instead of so many times as, you know, I got to get them, I got to do this, I got to do that. They even take kids out of school early.
You mean?
So the kid is doing a half day when they should be there until 3:30. So we need support from the home.
So they're not registered to be taking classes up to 3. They're just there in the school?
No. The school day is from 8 to 3 or 8 to 3:30.
And they have subject matters?
Yes.
And the parents are taking the students out early?
Many of them are.
Okay. Then we wonder why the students are not learning.
Right, but they blame the teacher.
Can the school step in if they find that this is a pattern, that the parent is taking a child out of school early? and the parent and the student, the teacher can identify that student as having problems?
That's what they need to do. That's probably where we're lacking, but we do have attendance agents. And so if a teacher notices a pattern, then they should report it to the attendance agent, and then from there it should be addressed. Because if our students are not in school, it's very hard for them to retain all the information that they learn, because they need reinforcement, they need after-school enrichment, and then they need home support.
So how would they get the home support if the parent, and we say that in Detroit, I'm just going local, they say in Detroit that there are a high percentage of our parents that are the parents that are challenged.
True. However, if they allow they always said, even when my kids were in school, you should have a place in your house, wherever it is, that's a quiet place for the child to reflect, to study, to have a place where they know, right here I can do homework. You know, right here. Because we give the instruction to the child, they should know what to do when they go home, whether the parent can help them or not. But in this high-tech technology age, if the child has a phone and the phone has internet, there's homework online that they can get to and get assistance. Most, or maybe not most, but parents should know that there is the cable company, I'm not going to call a name, that the rate becomes $9 a month, so that the household, and as far as school age children, can get to the internet services, and the teachers are now online, so the teachers report out, they give out the homework. So if a child is at home, they can go online, it's called Parent Portal, and look up what happened in class today and what was the assignment, and get it done, because everything's online.
Hold on. Rusty Jackson.
Yes, sir.
This is Rusty Jackson of Oakland, California.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear parts of the conversation, Rusty?
I heard parts of the conversation.
What is your thoughts?
Well, I'm torn, because some kids legitimately need extra help, but my experience here in Oakland has been that my son, or one of my sons, as well as my best friend's son, were put in a special ed class. Well, my son graduated high school with a 3.3. He didn't need that special aid class. My best friend's son is about to get a PhD in mechanical engineering.
Wow.
So, and I'm not talking about what your guest is talking about, but in some school districts, when you put a kid in that kind of class, that school district gets additional funding.
Got it.
Right.
So, you know, it's a catch-22 situation. We legitimately want to help those who truly have the need, but sometimes they just put black kids in there and Hispanic kids in there so that they can get that extra money.
And specifically,
hold on, Russ.
Black boys, because you just proved that. So they put black boys in a special ed class, which they don't need to be. So in Michigan, we don't have those classes. Particularly, we're doing inclusion. They push them in. But he's right. They're doing that to black students. Yeah. And Jawanza Jakufu has a whole book about that.
Theo?
Yes.
What's your thoughts?
Well, I think that we need more publicity, and the publicity, it needs to go on and on and on until people get it through their heads that there is a need. That in 1998, the governor of this state started destroying the public school system. Don't know what he did outside of Detroit, but in Detroit, there were classes taken out that children enjoyed, classes that inspired them to come to school and stay in school. We know they need to have reading, writing, arithmetic. They took out the cursive. How do you destroy that class?
But the question here, Theo, we know that these things have been taken out of the schools.
Yes.
So the question that we are having is, what is it that we can do today in recognizing that if our students are not proficient in being able to read by the third grade this year, is that correct?
Yes, it's
this year. What the past is the past, and what we lost, but what can we do now to save the students that are in that under the gun to be able to read proficiently by the 3rd grade, or they're going to be held back.
You have to continue to say it. You have each and every person that understands what happened, what I was telling you about, has to become a walking, talking commercial.
Okay, hold on. Let me get because my time is getting short. Sylvia,
Yes.
what is your thoughts?
I agree with Theo. Not only that, we have to expose the fact that the state is the worst in funding these schools.
Right.
So we already know the games being played for our children to fail. So yeah, we're gonna have to get the word out and start collectively doing what nobody else will do, because we can't sit and wait on somebody that's never had our interests at heart.
Right. So I go to the PTA meetings, and that's where the parents are. I let them know. And recently going to the community
You
meetings.
say you go to the PT. Who are you? I forgot. Tell us who you are.
I'm Michelle Broden, precinct delegate. I'm an educator. I used to be a PTA president at a prominent high school. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a community liaison for some groups, for some people.
And you write checks for some?
I'm the treasurer for the DFT. So I'm a
Okay.
union officer, union blue all the way through.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Theo?
Yes.
I broke you up because your phone was breaking up, and I was having a little difficulty hearing you, so I didn't want you to leave us, but maybe I thought maybe your phone would get better for a couple of minutes. My time is running short.
Is it better now?
It's better now, so before you do anything else, tell us about where your Hood Research meeting is, and the fact your show is on Monday from 9 to 10:30. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
And
Each and every Monday morning, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
And encourage people to tune in.
And Hood
Follow
Research?
Hood Research on Twitter and follow Hood Research on Facebook.
And Theo, your program from last week, according to what is called the views on RJ Watch Party, was number 2 for the week preceding the 1 week time cycle in terms of the views. Billy Jones had the number 1 for that time period. And so I want to thank you very much for the opportunity, but I wanted to let you know your word is getting out. My time is getting short, I do believe, but I don't want you to go just yet. Rusty.
Yes, sir.
Off the top of your head, tell me, what does impeachment bring to the country?
Division.
Division.
Okay.
It brings division because we have a whole segment of the population. Let me digress. Billy, I think it was P.T. Barnum who said you can fool some of the people some of the time and all of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so you've
Hold on a
got a
second.
president who's been able to fool some of the people some of the time and a whole bunch of the people all of the time. But those
Call
of
back,
us
Sylvia.
that are woke,
Mhm.
those of us that are particularly in Detroit that are listening to Michelle and Theo, we're woke.
Yes.
Right.
So impeachment of 45 means hopefully restoration of normalcy. I heard Vice President Joe Biden make the statement, let's get rid of this president and restore our leadership in the world. I'm not sure that the world wants our leadership anymore. Not after this.
You're right. You're
Well,
right.
You know,
but he's
They
talking.
will want our money.
Okay,
Right.
but Rusty, what we're doing, he's talking about get him out of being the president. What my question is that with all of this big hee-haw, ha-hoo, hoo-brew, whatever you want to call it, bull-s, that the impeachment is going to take Donald Trump down. Michelle?
If we go and vote, we can take Donald Trump down. Do you know the process of impeachment?
Tell me.
That's too long.
But I'm saying, even if the man is impeached, will somebody tell me, please, Rusty, will somebody please tell me that if they say, okay, we did all this, went through all the hearings, etc., we even got the Republicans to vote on impeachment. So now he is voted and he is impeached. Now, does that mean that he's not going to be the president of the United States? Does that mean he's not going to have the power to run this country?
But, Billy, here's the problem. If we impeach him, we got Mike Pence. And I'm much more afraid of Mike Pence, who has some brains, than I am of Donald Trump, who's anal retentive.
But I'm confused. We impeached Bill Clinton.
But they let him finish his term.
That's what I'm saying. So,
and they would let this one finish his term.
Okay, wait, Rusty. Would you repeat yourself, Michelle?
Okay, they impeached Bill Clinton.
Yes.
But they allowed him to finish his term. If they impeach 45, I'm not giving him any airtime, they're going to allow him to finish the term. So why I would understand the impeachment process, and I do believe it would divide folks. However, I need us to get activated and vote him out. The impeachment is fine because those people need it. They need it to be validated that something's wrong with him. And everybody sees it, but they act like an ostrich and they hide their heads. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, let's ask Billy Bush, who was the person on the bus that he made all that great conversation about he can grab him in the cooch and he can shoot somebody. And what did we do? What did the public do?
Ignored it.
No, they had this big, I mean, they ignored that, but they had this big hoorah, hoobaroo. I can't say these things. Mom, I'm sorry, I just was not raised to be able to say all these funny words. But Billy Bush was the person that they took off the air.
Yeah, they took him
They
down.
took him off the air like, oh, he said these bad things. He's just as responsible as Donald Trump. He's this and that. Said we took him off the air. And folks, you see, we are responsible. We are a responsible network. And guess what? Billy Bush is on the network. He's bigger, he's greater, he's badder than ever before. You got Kanye West, who done told you once again he's going to run for president in 20-something. He told you before Donald Trump said he wanted to beat president, that he wanted to run for president. He got all these people. He's becoming like a Pied Piper with all these folks out here talking about he's on a religious kick. He's a fool. He's a genius fool that everybody wants to say, oh, well, you know, he got these problems, but he's a good guy. He's a smart guy. And I think I could support Kanye West. Kanye West, the brother, I mean, we give him the pass. He's a brother. But what did he do? He got with the Kardashians. Huh?
Billy,
don't get me started this evening. Yes?
Well, let me explain something to you.
Okay, you got to do it very quickly.
West and Donald Trump share something in common.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorance.
Their shoe size is infinitely larger than their IQ.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. So you may have talent in one area. Kanye is a heck of a producer. He writes dope lyrics. I give him that. However, Kanye and Donald Trump have no common sense whatsoever.
Well, look,
add
why? But what?
To that, add courage to that, add heart to that, and add accountability to that.
Okay, after we said all these things about the person, the people that we are branding in those terms, Donald Trump is the president. He has all of these billionaire folks that are in place, including Zuckerberg, of what is his name? Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook owner. He has all of those folks that got all of the money in his corner. We have a person who is like rallying black, white, and other folks to be a person that he is going to lead them to vote for Donald Trump. And we want to give them a name. But the fact of the matter is, they are effective. And he is being effective. And we have to understand that rather than diminishing their intellect, to understand we have to be at war with them and the folks that they are recruiting, which may be your friend, because your friend may like his dope lyrics, may like to see him perform. And when he has a concert and when he has an event and he is representing Donald Trump, they don't care because his lyrics is dope, his performance is dope, he's a great producer, his group is going to be fantastic, and they getting some what? Free entertainment with Donald Trump.
Right.
You look at the WWE now on Fox. Fox was a supporter and is a supporter of Donald Trump. Guess what? The lady that is on Donald Trump's cabinet or appointee, Linda McMahon, the wife of McMahon, Vince McMahon, owner of the WWE. Come on now. They setting you up. They getting all of the money. They getting all the entertainment. They putting the wrestlers on with the football players for entertainment value. So that's who is doing that. He has a football league that's ready to start up next year. His folks, his billionaire folks.
And it's a distraction.
You better look out, because he may decide, even if he lost the election, that he's not going to leave, because he said, I got the Army behind me, I got the Navy behind me, I got the Air Force behind me, I got the Navy SEALs behind me, I got the... What y'all going to do? I got the generals behind me.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
What you gonna do? You gonna put me out of office?
Billy,
Because it was a fake election. Donald Trump will tell you it was a fake election. And the people will believe him. Hold on, Rusty. Oh, go right here. Wait a minute, I gotta get Theo. Theo,
Yes.
talk to me real quick, please.
Well, I believe firmly that there are more good people in this country than there are evil. We have to, as I said, become a walking, talking commercial as it relates to the election. Tell them they must get out, must take people with them and vote this man out. And then number two, they must participate with the census as well to bring money that is deserved to the city of Detroit.
I listened to Rich, was it Limbaugh?
Oh, Rush Limbaugh?
Rush Limbaugh. Yes, ma'am. I listened to this. I listened to Rush Limbaugh.
Okay.
I listened to Hannity.
Okay.
I listened to the other folks that's in that particular vein.
Okay.
I listened to some of the folks out here from Southfield that's in that vein. And I'm saying to us, when we talk to us on the radio, on the TV, and we sound powerful, etc., let me tell you something, just to be truthful to the family. The people that have the real power, the people that have the real connections, have all of these, their radio shows. Rush Limbaugh has the more syndicated radio talk shows than anybody in the United States. Hannity. So they are the ones that's reaching the people. They're the ones, and I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'm listening to what their audience is saying. And so if we believe that things is going to be okay because all we've got to do is get the word out and things are going to change, I'm going to give you something that's kind of rude that ain't happening. Because if you're talking to somebody like me and you talking, we can agree. But the other folks, when they talk, believe me, they are in agreement with what Donald Trump is doing. And they have an understanding as to how to flip everything that happens on the radio to their people so that it looks like us is the fools and he is the Messiah.
Well, the people that they're talking to are in that 34-40% range.
I'm sorry?
34 to 40% is the rating that Donald Trump had.
I don't really mind what the rating he has. I'm saying to you what the people that are talking like you and I are doing, what they're doing to help him further gather more strength with his base.
Right.
You see, these numbers that people say, because if we look at the numbers, then Hillary Clinton should have been president. So I don't look at the numbers. I look at what I'm listening to, because no longer am I just listening to a Sam or Bankley or to me or to you or to other folks on the station. I'm listening to the folks who got the power, who are pushing the power out there, so that I can understand how to defeat them.
The same kind of thing was going on, and Barack Obama won, right?
You know, we can forget, you know, that's, I mean, to me, I'm getting kind of at the point where it's time to get ready to get busy and ready to not be nice and not compare to Obama. We're in a whole different understanding of our world. Michelle, help me out here on this.
Well, he has woken up the giant that was sleeping.
Yes.
I'm talking about 45.
Yes.
Because I travel a lot. I'm down south a lot. And say 10 years ago, the people down, I was in Florida and I was also in Georgia.
Yes.
They were polite.
Yes.
I went back 2 years ago. These same faces.
Yes.
call you all kind of names,
Yes.
push you out of the way. Well, you know, the atmosphere is different.
Mm-hmm.
And even when a man that thinks that this woman or the car is in a spot where it shouldn't be, and then the husband comes to defend his wife, and he could murder the husband, and then he went home.
Yes.
He went home with his weapon. That was okay.
Yes.
It's
yes.
a different world. It's
Rusty?
a different world.
Well, let's be clear about a couple things.
Please.
Donald Trump has written the playbook, and so two things need to happen. Last week, I was watching CNN as Roger Stone was going to court, okay, for his trial in association with Trump. Next to Roger Stone was a 6'4" black man dressed up like a Catholic priest walking with him. Now, I saw this 2 days in a row. Okay, so number one, we got to realize that historically they have used other black people to disseminate their message, either directly or subliminally.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Number two, Theo said it. We got to do two things. Not just have a public information campaign. We got to sit down with these people that are so twisted right now and find out what it is they're really afraid of. And let me make this point. If you go to a hospital and you need a blood transfusion and you're AB negative, all you want is clean AB negative blood. You're not going to ask, did it come from a black man, a white man, an Asian, a Jew, or a Muslim, any other. Is it AB negative? Okay. Is it clean? Is it going to help me?
Okay.
Yes, I want it.
Okay.
We actually have more in common that separates us. But as long as we focus on the things that separate us and don't discuss them,
True.
so that everybody comes to a level of understanding. Some of the stuff we can't address.
But the things that's being addressed, you know, it seems like we are so apt to be distracted. And that seems to be accidental. And that's why I said that, you know, I'm that media person that is like the spook who's sitting by the media microphone listening to what the folks are saying. Because you see, unless you are like Rusty, when you played sports and when you were the chief of staff for the first black mayor in Oakland, California, that was put in office by the uprising through the Black Panthers, etc. This is, folks, where my understanding, why sometimes you see my voice, my understanding is somewhat different than what others are, because I was there in the inception and saw the beginning and saw the collapse of the situation there. So, like I said, so I'm studying the Rush Limbaugh. I'm studying these folks to understand what they're saying, because they take the things that we say that we should have a problem with and we should mobilize with. They're taking those same situations and telling their folks how to mobilize and how wonderful and great it is to be in that position, to be in power, and continue to show that you are large and in charge, bringing America back, making America great again. That's what they're doing.
Right, but it's a distraction. It's intentional.
Yes,
because they know they can distract us instead of us staying focused on the main prize. So we always majoring in the minors, and I keep telling people, you're playing the wrong game.
That's right. That's right.
The rules have changed.
You know, and Rusty, you know that you had to study what your opposition was doing. You couldn't just listen and have a conversation with the people who were in agreement with you and who listened and went along with your plans, your thoughts. You had to get into camp undercover, spy style if necessary, to find out what the opposition was putting, how they was doing it, so you can understand how to deal with it and take it apart.
Billy,
yes,
we have to run twice as far, twice as fast, twice as long to cover half the ground.
Yes.
And we can't get away from that.
Yes.
You know, we've become apathetic and lazy as a community.
True.
And you know, we thought we had arrived when Obama became president. That was the signal that we didn't arrive.
Right. He is a placeholder.
Well, you know, when we say this, well, you know, let me do this. You know, y'all really starting to get under my itch. You know, and I say that for my folk around the world and my folk locally, etc. And I say that for the folks who throw out the name of President Obama as though it's like itch. Folk, you tell me this, and I want any and every person to identify with this statement real quickly. If you are by yourself and there's 4,000 folks that's not looking like you, that don't really want you in that position of power, position of leadership, but they say, well, if as long as you go along and don't cause no real waves, we're going to let you pretend like you have the power. Now, we all knew and know doggone well that President Obama did not have a fair shake with the Congress and the different folks in office. We know doggone well that in order for him to get anything done, he had to kind of play ball with those white folks. I asked folks a long time ago, look at who he was meeting with. Right. Look at the folks who he had to go and try to put together a bill to get them to pass things for. Look at the people that he had supposedly going to have to support him. And then talk about this man as though he was doing nothing. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that entirely and look at what this man was having to deal with, because yes, he had the title of being the president, but who was he the president of? Who was his power base? He had folks that was working in his office that actually, to get things done, he had to go through them to the other folks to get things done. He's not like this man that's in office now that he can sit there and tell you it's fake. Get rid of him. Get rid of that person. And the people will go along with everything he says. Now, I'm just listening to everybody been talking about President Obama, and I kept it up, and been keeping it down in my pants, you know, down past my kneecap here, going into my foot and want to stomp. You know, I mean, come on. I'm an Obama fan. In case you don't know. Hold on, Rusty. Family, you live on the Talk B. Jones Show. I'm Billy Jones. My guest is Michelle Broughton. I have Rusty Jackson on the line. I have Miss Theo Broughton on there. And Theo, I'll bring you back shortly. You're live. Can you tell us your name and how are you viewing this, please?
This is Sylvia. Obama did what he could do to stay alive and survive.
Yes.
He did as much as he could control, because the rest he had to be told.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know where I'm coming from. Thank you. Miss Theo.
Yes.
And by the way, the family, we have another line open. You call us at 313-868-0342. You can get in and give us your 5 cents worth. I don't want 2, I want 5 cents worth. You live, Theo.
All right, I like that poem that Sylvia just shared, the in-house poem for Hood Research. You know, people need to follow Hood Research on Twitter to find out about the kind of strategies that we work on. But the point that I was making as it related to
Theo, once again, you're going to have to switch your telephone.
Yeah, it's going in and out. It's hard to hear.
Yes, it's hard to hear, Theo. So can you switch phones, please? Miss Michelle Broughton.
Yes.
Now, you've watched me come out of that Chill Bill style and kind of put a little fire to it.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to hold back, family.
Yes.
You know, I've listened to this for some years. Now, let's do this real quickly. We've got some game plan going on here in Detroit.
Yes.
We've got some folks that's playing some games here in Detroit. We've got some folks that you trust that are playing some games here in Detroit. We've got some folks that you knew and you know that you can't trust that are playing some games here in Detroit. And you know what's so funny about it? It's like mayonnaise. It's smooth, but it has a lot of fat in it, which means it's not good for you. Rusty?
Yes, sir.
You've seen the games that political folks play and how they have folks in line or set up to be their mouthpieces to say what they want to say, but they can't say it because it would bring attention to them.
Right.
Yes, that's part of the nature of politics.
Yes. How did they, how is that set up, Rusty?
Well, I'm going to give you a classic example from my background. When I was the chief of staff to the mayor.
For the mayor of Oakland, California, you have to say that.
Mayor of Oakland, California.
Okay.
Lionel Wilson.
The judge who was voted to be the. Go ahead.
Wilson Riles Jr., who often took a very progressive stand on the issue.
Yes.
And some of the issues Lionel supported, some of them he didn't support. Some of the ones that Lionel supported, particularly if they were pro-black, but the business community didn't support. Lionel would often tell me, Rusty, when you encounter Wilson at a community meeting, just go up and whisper in his ear that whatever resources I have, I would try to funnel his way. I'm on board with this, but publicly I can't do it.
Thank you. Right. Hold up, Rusty. Hold up, Rusty. I think that now we're pulling the wool off the blanket. That's wrong.
The wool off the sheep?
The wool off the sheep, okay.
To make a blanket?
I have to just apologize to my mother. She said, boy, you can't never get things right when you try to put together a little something. So family, just remember, I'm Billy Jones, and yes, I'm not like the other brothers that can put together those quick things like that. That's not me. Heck, I couldn't even curse for a long time. But I can debate you. Go ahead, Rusty.
Well,
wait. No, Michelle, you want to say something.
No, he's absolutely right.
Okay.
That's the game they play here. I call it it's a setup person.
Okay.
You have them in the audience, and they were already prepped.
Okay.
And they already know what's going on, and then they'll go to the mic and ask for support from the audience, and then maybe challenge the politician, and then that's when the politician could agree or disagree or halfway give you support. They might have your 100%, but it's not politically popular.
Got it.
To be the target.
Got it.
Because ain't nobody that strong, you know. When you come to be that strong, they kill you. Just
pull the sheet off the bed, girl.
That's
Go ahead.
what happened to Martin and Malcolm. They were strong. They were that strong.
Rich. I mean, now
let's be clear.
You got me thinking about Richard Harrison.
Let's be very clear about what happened to Martin.
Yes.
They did not make an all-out effort to kill him until he went up in the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh,
hear me, y'all.
With the hillbillies.
The poorest white people in this country. Martin went up and created synergy with them.
Oh.
And said, listen, I want you too to be a part of this poor people's march.
Right.
Okay.
Because they were poor too.
Now, can we get our local people energized to want to vote? Can we find a way to take, when Theo says that there's 30-40% backing Trump, and that means that there's a 10% or 15% error rate there potentially, how do we get folks who normally don't go out to vote this time? Because we do know that the money that Trump has in his campaign, in his war chest, the money that the billionaire folks are willing to put together for Trump, heck, we're not even talking about the millionaire folks and the money that they're going to put together for Trump. So how are we going to deal with getting our folks where they say, you know what, we got to get out. We got to galvanize that other 25% of folks who did not vote, don't care to vote, so that we have a chance to get this man out of office. I don't care about the impeachment process, because once that's done, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. I have to look at the bigger prize of getting that man out the office by getting folks happy. I'm so happy to see you come to the poll to vote, my sister, my brother. I don't even care if you're my enemy. I'm happy to see you at the polls. I took my time, my finances from being in the suburbs to be registered voter in Detroit, costing me an extra $200 and some dollars a month car insurance.
More.
Just so I could vote for Obama, and so I could vote in the mayoral race in Detroit. Would you do that? I don't think so. But those who can vote, we are asking with our heart to think about making a difference, make a change. You who have stayed away from the census, remember, the census cannot report you to any agency.
No.
They cannot give you, tell them, Michelle.
No, they can't. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about your past records, because we have other people that are out who have served their time, and they don't want to be bothered because they don't want people to know where they were, you know, incarcerated, locked up, whatever. You're out, you served your time, you're a returning citizen, and you have the right just like everybody else. You have the right just like everyone else to the benefits that your tax dollars are paying for and supporting.
So we want you to think about getting out and voting this particular time, because remember, you may not have a child now, but you may have a child in the next year or two. You have to understand that moving forward, your child is going to be a citizen of the United States, under the laws of the United States, under the guidelines of the United States. And if something is coming up that you didn't put the right person in the office to take care of you, take care of your children,
and the people you care about, because some of us adopt children.
Yes.
You know, some of us adopt seniors. So the people that we care about need to have a fair and equitable time that they live within on this earth or in their communities. And our community right now is Detroit, Michigan, and all the surrounding. We need to do that.
We
Prepare
need to do
for that.
And you're looking at the folks who are put into these commissions. How are they doing that? What is the game that's being played there?
Right.
And why? Why would the people who are in charge want to make sure that they have their people on the commission, that the people saying, here's what we want, but the people who are in charge says, well, we're going to put it out there, but we're going to make sure we supervise that situation and make sure that only that is best for us who are in charge is going to be put into that charter. We're going to make sure that only the things come out of that police commission that's good for us who are in charge. So, Theo? Oh, she's gone? Theo? I needed her to call back on the other line then. She didn't call. Okay. Michelle?
Yes.
Broden?
Yes.
What's your take on what you could do for this community? What do you think can happen for you in this community, and what can the community do for you, and what can you do for the community?
I do support the community, and I would like support back from the community. I was saying a little bit earlier, I'm going around to the community meetings to give them the information in case they do have school children in school, to let them know, to illuminate the situation, because some people hear about it, but it just bounce off, and then when it happens to them, you don't need it till you need it. No, you need it before you need it, because you might need to tell a neighbor that wasn't present at a meeting, and try to tell them, go to churches, hey, you have a child, because the state is not, it's for public school wherever you are. It's a state law, so it's not a Detroit law. So until it affects people, and then when it hits at home, it's kind of too late. I want to make sure that you know what you can do before you get there.
All right, Rusty?
Yes, sir.
In listening to this young lady, what she just had to say, what is your thoughts?
What office is she running for, and how can I support her?
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Hey, Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to call you in the next day or two.
Okay.
I got to find out something, and once I find it, I'll call you and let you know what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
And actually, along those business lines, Michelle may be somebody with all the teachers that we intertwine into what we're talking about. That's that's part of our base.
Oh, and by the way, family, Mr. State Rep Isaac Robinson changed the. Did he tell you?
Yes.
Okay. Would you tell him?
He's going to honor the veterans, so he changed the date but I didn't get the date. He just said to be announced for the literacy conference, and that's what we are concerned about, because that's the law that we need to protect our children from suffering through.
Okay, caller, you're with the Billy Jones Talk Beat Jones show. Can I get your name and where you calling from? Hello?
This is Theo.
Okay.
Do not be fooled. Donald Trump told the minors that he was going to open the minds for them again. They are finding out that he did not, that he is a liar, and there are others who are finding out the truth, even though Rush Limbaugh, Hannity, and all of those others are trying to twist it around.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, Theo. And don't forget, we're going to be watching your show Monday from 9 to 10:30. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And
tomorrow morning, yes.
Okay, and real quickly, your Hood Research is going to meet what day?
The research meets the second Saturday of every month.
Okay.
And we're going to have a turkey giveaway on the 23rd of this month at the Dabo Center.
All right. Well,
from
listen,
noon until 3.
I'm claiming it.
All right.
Thank you, Theo.
You're welcome.
See you Monday. Rusty, you want to say your goodbyes real quickly?
Goodbye, family.
We'll see you. We appreciate your contributions. And again,
thank you.
Rusty has some wonderful ideas for this program. I want to thank you, Russ, and we'll talk to you very soon. Okay, bro?
Okay.
Okay. And Miss Michelle Broden, I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
It was outstanding. Would you tell the folks that they need to contact you or try to assist you or want to just talk with you? Is there a contact number?
Michelle Broden, phone number is 313-718-5939. My email is unionstrong231@gmail.com. That's unionstrong231@gmail.com. I'd love to have your comments.
Can you get that information one more time? Take your pen, take your paper, and let's get this information down so you can contact Miss Michelle Broden. Go ahead, sir. Ma'am.
Yes, if you'd like to text me, the phone number is 313-718-5939. You want to email me, unionstrong231@gmail.com.
All right, and don't forget to Talk Beat Jones, Billy Jones. I'm on the air live on Sundays from 8:30 to 10. And again, we invite you to watch, invite you to tell your friends about it. Don't forget, we're on the RJ's Watch Party. If you missed the show, just join us. You can tune in to the RJ's Watch Party and watch the whole show. You need to contact me by text, 313-412-3111. We love you. We respect you. And you know what? There's nothing that you can do about it except my love. Peace, y'all. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and